Hello everyone, this is Steve. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. First thing I want to announce is tonight will be the Google Hangouts. I may move it up a couple hours just to see if somebody else who's been wanting to make it can make it or not. I'll have to message him and find out. But if not, then it will still resume at the regular time. So if you want to get a overview, it's right here. And this is where it's going to be at 7:30. Like I said, maybe move it up to maybe I can make it 5 o'clock or something. So anyways, what I wanted to show you in this video is just kind of an overview of what will be tonight. I'm not just kind of a sneak peek. This is how far I've gotten in the interrupts. I've got them all working now, so we'll go over that tonight. And what I wanted to really show you, something really cool. Let me just minimize this. Realize all the stuff was opening. Okay. So anyways, yeah, let me show you this first before I go into all this other stuff. Actually, I got the other one open. It's right here. I think it's this one. So this right here, I wanted to show you guys. It's a new cool website I found, and I was just navigating the internet one day, and I saw it on somebody's post there, and wherever it was here. And when I came across it, they mentioned this website right here. Right here, tnd64.uncat.sk.symbol. This has probably been one of the most helpful sources I found so far. It's got full listings on program. This guy has designed many different games, and I'll show you those here. Let me just go back to the main page before we go through all that. He seems to have a whole thing going here. Be nice to welcome him to my channel. But here's all the stuff that he's actually done, and he's entered game contests and everything. His game list is amazing. It's just gigantically large. I don't know if he has the listings for everything, but I mean, take a look at this. I mean, this is he's got so many he's created. He's probably been doing this since C64 has been around. He does everything on an emulator, obviously, and he has an artist that helps him with some of the artwork, and somebody else with some music, and he does some of the art. I mean, from what I've seen, it's, you know, this Below the Sea game looks kind of cool. Is he's into it. He's got it. He also teaches full screen scrolling. I would love to be able to learn that later. He's got some examples on that. So getting back to some of the other stuff here, he's got, you break it down here, he's got it by demos, music, or whatever. Somewhere in here, I think his projects where I was just at earlier. I just have to go back to the link. Let me see. On the assemble page right here. This is where he breaks everything down. Introduction about assembler, assembly, command, screen command, raster splits and interrupts. I thought that was interesting, and I've applied some of those in mine already. Sprites, graphics, and programming your own games. Splitting bitmap picture. So he's done pretty much it all. And he's, like I said, he teaches it step by step. And you just go from next page to next page here. I think it's great the way he's taught. He teaches it simple. He shows simple little, you know, screen scrolls and stuff like that. And he starts talking more about the advanced stuff as you go further. It's not a very in-depth tutorial, and it's not recommended for beginners, I would say, because I don't think he really teaches the full basics of it. But he just kind of shows you some of the stuff to get you started, and from everything I've seen. What the previous page? Okay, so that's all for that. All right. So it's kind of hard to navigate his site too. You kind of have to. He's got everything I think on this main page. He also talks to it and he has links to this side. And like, look at all these different tools he's used. I'm going to check all these out later. Obviously, we use Character Pad and Sprite Pad. I'm going to check out some of these other ones. This will probably help me save on some memory consumption and stuff like that. And yes, I think he also does the Amiga. Here's his raster screens and splits. This one's kind of cool. And one of these, he has a game here, and he has the full listing. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it might be right here. Yeah, this is it right here. So this is one of the games he's got. It's some kind of a scrolling game. It's a coarse scroller, so it's not a fine scroller. He admits that. It's called For Speed We Need. And then you go hit his source code, and he's got the entire source code right here. So check it out if you want to, guys. I think that's kind of awesome that, you know, I came across this in my searches, and maybe I can bump into this guy and really start learning even more stuff. Another thing I wanted to show you is, you guys know I'm also doing the Loadstar introduction series, and I actually decided to go ahead and finally order that whole subscription that they were offering, and it just came in the mail here. So I'm going to open it up and take a look. So we got, let me just re-narrow the camera here. So we got some kind of, it's got the Loadstar letters, or probably one of the earlier ones. I've got most of the Loadstar letters. I think the rest of it's probably on disc. Let me figure out how to get out of this plastic. I think he taped it on or something. Yeah, he taped it on. So it's on a CD, is what here it is, the CD. So it's got the whole Loadstar, it's called Complete. So it's got everything on it. And he's talking about Vice on it. Interesting, it even looks like a floppy disk. I don't understand. Maybe that's the package, I don't know. Unless I ordered the wrong one. Oh, you know what? This is kind of cool. Watch this. It actually comes out and it's a CD. Look at that. That's like, he almost tricked me. I thought it was a floppy. I'm looking at it like, that can't be a floppy. So let's load this puppy up. And here you see it, Loadstar Complete. It's got everything on it. So I'm going to copy this to the hard drive later and back this thing up. Just wanted to check this thing out. Let me just shut down this part for now. Second. Okay guys, I'm back. What I had to do is just go ahead and locate the CD. It doesn't really have any D64 files. They're kind of, you know, I just had to go to the CD to get them. But here they all are right here. I'll just back up here a second. You just go right here. It's under the DVD drive there. And then you'll see them all right here. All the series. He's got everything. Stuff I've never even seen. Even the C128 stuff. And the Loadstar libraries. And this is going to take me a long time to go through this. But I'm happy about it. You know, I don't have to sit there and pull my TV up and start going through all this stuff anymore. So this next series will continue on to this. And yeah, I'll start showing you some of the stuff. Let me just load up some of the stuff and see what we got here. So there's one of the issues right there, Barb's Puzzles. I guess you can just load it. And there's the program. It's probably going to run it. I don't hear any music. There we go. Such was the days of Commodore. That sounds like some of the familiar music they've had. file error when I tried to return Loadstar. Okay. Let's do a reset here. Oh. So each time you just have to go here if you don't have it copied anywhere and just attach disk, and you can go on to the next stuff here. So we'll kind of here and here and see what else is on here. Programmers, that sounds interesting. Look at this. I mean, think of my, for those who want to know, and what I probably did about an introduction to this, but Loadstar was a magazine, this subscription that was pretty common around the I'd probably say around 1989, but they've been in existence since 1986, if I got that date correct, if not earlier. They were always a disc magazine. They actually started in an actual magazine. I found them in the Commodore Run magazine, which is where I first heard about them. But yeah, they were long in publication. They outlasted all of the other magazines. They outlasted the stores, you know, producing the Commodore 64s. When they were taken off the shelves, they were still in existence. I give them all cahoots, you know, and credits for how long, you know, they survived until eventually Commodore liquidated. And that's interesting because even when Commodore liquidated, they were still going on. They still believed in, you know, serving the community, and I guess they still had enough budget where they could make it work, and they started cutting, you know, they started cutting corners to try to make things work for people, you know, and unfortunately eventually they stopped paying you for programs and stuff like that. You weren't getting paid as much in the very end, but they're all about people sitting in their programs, their work, games, art, whatever, utilities that they created, and then they put them together in one magazine each month, and you'd receive a disc in the mail. So it was about $29.95 for 6 months, and they ran a lot of specials where you could eventually get, and I ended up getting like 2 years one time for a really cheap price. I think it was like $100 or something. But anyways, that's the whole purpose of Loadstar. Keep in mind, these things run from like I hope I'm getting the dates right, like 1986 to, they actually ran all the way up to 2010. I didn't know they went that far. There was one final subscription, which was, I think it was $250, Loadstar 250, actually printed. I hope it's on here somewhere. But yeah, this thing is loaded with years and years of Commodore programs. So this should be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to digging into it and seeing what I can learn. I mean, think about it. People in that time in the Commodore community from all over, even over the world, were sitting in their stuff, and they were putting it into publication each month. So anyways, let's take a look here. This one is loaded. Look at this one. This complete programmer ought to be interesting. This might be just basic, though. You could still run it. So I'm just going to attach this one and run it. I won't run too many more, but also, guys, tell me what you want. Do you want me to show you all the listings? Do you just want me to run the programs? Are you interested in very specific stuff on here? I could probably put some stuff together. I mean, because they've done a great job of it. Maybe do a series on, you know, programming, utilities, games, music, whatever it comes down to. But anyways, this one looks pretty interesting. I've never seen this one. These were separate subscriptions, aside from the disc magazine that they put in, they advertised in promotions, and you could, you know, order them. They had Programmer, they had Walt Harned's artwork, which I got that on disc, and just a lot of different stuff that they came up with. So, Programming Basics. And here's all their stuff talking about what you might want to know about programming. Let's see, what does it say about basic? It's talking about basic. This might just be about basic. Here's Peaks and Pokes. I think we might have went over this one. This one looks very familiar. What's Peak 186? I think this is the disc one. This one's going to run as a regular program. At least I can show you this one. Run the show. This one's kind of cool. What's really funny, in those days you always had to wait for the pictures to load. I don't know if they're going to still go slow here or not. Maybe they are loading. Nope. Here they are. These are all the pictures. You can load them in seconds now, obviously. Those days it would always take me like 30 seconds just to see each picture. And here you get to see them right away. They called him the prolific artist. I just thought that one was interesting. I like that one. I remember on the Commodore 64 that one was really nice to look at. And that's it. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it there, guys. Just wanted to show you that, and I almost passed on this, but this is the Loadstar letter that they started. Jeff Jones actually started producing it, and it started talking about, you know, stuff that was going on then, you know, contests. Let me just see here. Talks about letters that they received. They're reviewing the bubble jet printer here. And then in the back they had advertisements if you wanted to order other stuff. They had another company that they worked directly with that you could order stuff. And then of course on the back I think is where they advertised all their other stuff, as well as additional listings there. Graphics machine, fun graphics machine, everybody remember that? But anyways, yep, I just thought I would show that to you. Sorry it didn't come out so well. I don't know why some of those didn't load. But anyways, the whole point was just to show you where I'm going and what we're going to be doing tonight, and kind of what lies ahead. So thanks you guys for watching. And please like and subscribe, and hope to see you guys tonight. Bye. Oh, and this is Steve Morrow signing off.